Now that I've configured my server to allow authentication without a password, I would like to remove the ability to log into the server with a password. Guessing passwords is one of the things that happens a lot in cyber attacks. And so our server is going to be just much more secure if we don't have the ability for that server even to log in through a password. So that's what we're about to do. I'm going to start by connecting onto my server. So I'll just SSH to that machine. It shouldn't prompt me for a password now because I set up the RSA private key, public key pair. And now I'm connected to it. So what I'd like to do now is just edit the SSH configuration file. So to do this, it's a file that I have to have elevated permissions, administrator level permissions for. So I will sudo sudo. That just says we're going to run this as the root user. And the command I'm going to run is nano. That's just an editor, an A-N-O text editor. And now the file that I want to edit is from the root etc /ssh/sshd config. And so now I just need to go down and find the property that talks about password authentication. Here it is. So password authentication right now is set to yes. I am going to change that to no. So now I'm going to go ahead and save that. And exit. So now that should do the trick. We'll need to tell that to reread the file, to reread the configuration file. To do that, again, elevated permissions, sudo. Now we're just going to tell the service to reload. So etc/initd /reload. /ssh reload. And it looks like that's now configured. This should now deny password authentication. Let's just go ahead and give it a check. I'm going to exit out off my server. This should take me back to PowerShell. And now I'm going to log on to the server again, but I'm going to tell it not to allow SSH. So, or not to allow the RSA authentication. And so without that, it will fall back to requiring a password. So I'm going to add an argument here, -o, and we're going to say public key authentication equals no. So that's pub key authentication equals no. Pub key authentication. So, and now it doesn't prompt me with the password, it just tells me that I'm denied from that using that public key. But of course, again, if I log in just with the normal SSH command, I log in straight away. So we've successfully turned off password authentication on this server. And that is a good thing.